cocaine, you name it, whatever you wanted. And there was a minority of folks that used it, of every race, color, and creed, but it was a small minority. When they made it illegal, within decades, it was everywhere because you created an incentive to push it by making it illegal, by putting bigger profits into it. You make it a sad joke, drug use goes down. There are a bunch of European countries, it's well known, like Portugal and others, that have decriminalized drugs, the Netherlands. And it made use go way, way down, generally about 50%. Here's the numbers. Drug use and drinking are down amongst U.S. teens massively in a new federal study. Down 22% on the drug front. Now, that's just in 1 year. Now, why is that important? Youth marijuana use down despite greater legalization. Because you're not making it cool anymore. That's why. It's called psychology. That's why they're so stupid in mainstream media trying to ban us. If you think we were kicking your butt before, you openly said we're liars, deceivers, we should be arrested, we should be sued. By you openly having the EU, Hillary Clinton, the Democratic Party, Comedy Central, NPR, the Washington Post, the New York Times say, shut us down. By you doing that, you've only turned us into rock stars. Taking it to the whole next level. But again, it's that hubris, it's that delusion in the globalist that they just can't seem to figure out the mistake they've made that other past corrupt systems have made as well. So we're going to talk about that some more. There are problems, though. Kids as young as 8 suspected in violent early morning robbery in Fort Greene, outside of New York. Some of the best soldiers are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old because they're fearless. Wonder who's behind it, though. So we're going to get into all of this. We've got really big news on the Trump effect. Lawmakers now fixing California's government-fueled water crisis. And all Trump had to do was make a phone call. IBM to hire another 25,000 jobs they announced because of Trump. That's Daily Mail. If you don't like Trump, you can move to Venezuela. That basically has almost no electricity. People are now eating their dogs and cats. Whole thing's collapsing.
But I didn't today. Listen, Alex, there are 38 electoral votes that if they flip, Trump's not president, Hillary is. And as you know, Nancy Pelosi's daughter announced that they've got 30 of the electors that want the confidential CIA intelligence files about Russia.
Now, don't you love that? The CIA or a rogue element of it is going to, quote, go talk to the electors. That's translated a CIA coup of the popular vote in the states.
Right. Listen, y'all, that means literally translated, they've got 30 that are just looking for some social excuse to flip their vote.
Cover. They're looking for cover.
That's right. Now, that means there are 8 left. When those 8 go, and I'm not so sure they don't have them. I was warned this morning. I told you this morning. I got a call from somebody inside the new prosecutor's office that pointed out that this is going on big time. They have uncovered a major serious movement. They call it a plot.
You're saying you got a call from Sessions' office?
From his office, from the new one. Yes.
Now, it's been reported
did not talk to him. But I talked to one of his hirelings. It's going to be a hireling. As a matter of fact, the Enquirer got the same lead on the 19th. They're coming out with a story about it. However, that's the 19th, a little bit too late. So, yeah, it's coming. Alex, Hillary, Soros, and them, you've known it for years. They're the largest criminal organization in the history of the world. And they are that close to having our country. When if they have our country, they've got the world. Do you think they're going to walk away when all they got to do is get 38 of these electors to flip their vote, and legally the electors can do it?
And Larry, I just had for TV viewers, the crew punch up the background to dark blood red because, you know, we get so close to this crisis. We get so close to evil. We get kind of comfortable with it, even though we don't like it. And I'm sitting there looking at the tea leaves. I had a bad feeling on election night, and Roger Stone said, man, it's 3 a.m., celebrate. And I said, no, they're going to try to kill him. They're going to try to take the electors. They're going to start a war. They're going to do a false flag. I know them. This upsets their whole operation because Trump's a nationalist. He's not perfect, but he's a nationalist. And I know them. They're not going to give up. And now, when I saw Soros the next week double the amount of money to Black Lives Matter, meaning doubling the amount of money to civil insurrection, and then cops started getting killed almost every day, shot in the back of the head, it shows they're warming up the Civil War. And then CNN said Monday, and again yesterday, we want a national emergency. First they said, oh, Trump's causing one. Then they said, we need Obama to declare one and not let Trump get in. They're officially running a coup with the CIA in front of us. This is like having the mafia go to a grand jury and telling them they better vote different. This is unbelievable. I mean, I can't believe they're this bold, Larry. Larry, I'll tell you something, though. I kind of welcome this because they are jumping the shark. I mean, they are jumping a 10 trillion pound shark, brother. And, you know, that didn't go too well for Fonzie. I mean, these people are nuts. I mean, if they really try this, I always said, let them steal it and get Hillary in. It's probably better for the awakening. I mean, I think these people are nuts. They're crazy.
Alex, they're not trying it. They're doing it. Please, y'all, hear me.
So you're saying they are intending. Okay, then let's break this down. Because I've got the dates, but they're saying it's nebulous. It's between the 19th and the 6th when they finally announce the votes. How do you expect this to be rolled out?
We'll know on the 20th that they flipped it to Trump or to Hillary. We'll know. They might keep it secret to kind of get some.
Start over and say that again, because I want to take this clip in a YouTube and Facebook video and have you at the front say that and then come back. I mean, say that because I was interrupting you. You're saying it's already happening. What's happening?
It's happening. Here's what they're doing. On the 19th, they're going to have 38 of the Electoral College members that were dutifully supposed to vote for Trump. However, legally, they are free to vote their will. They are going to flip their votes. And on the 19th, Donald Trump will no longer be president. We won't hear about it officially until the 6th, but you'll hear about it before then. They'll start laying the cover and the groundwork right after the 19th. When they're certain they've got those votes in their hands, they'll start laying the cover and the groundwork of what to do in case there's pushback. Now, Alex, I'm telling you, guys, please hear me. You know, I told you they were going to do this. How could I have known, Alex, right after the election this was coming? They're not going to walk away from the powerful position that they have worked all their lives for, that this criminal organization has spent years trying to get. They finally get it in place. They finally get the media in exactly the place they want them. They finally, believe it or not, get the American people in the place they want them to where, okay, so you catching us lying, so what? There's nothing you can do about it. That's where we are. Alex, who can you call the day after if this is done successfully? Who are you going to call? No one.
And that's why they've gotten rid of any real journalist and have got the green light for media that's proven they'll lie, they'll cheat, they'll steal. My friend, they are taking clips of me now on totally separate subjects and editing it together with other quotes I've made and putting it on NPR, and then that's picked up and put in newspapers. I say Hillary's responsible personally for running Al-Qaeda and ISIS that killed hundreds of thousands of people, thousands of kids, chopped up, murdered, raped, killed. They cut that together and say, I say Hillary's raping kids in the bottom of a pizzeria. I've never seen the press go to that level of deception.
Alex, did you get my warning this morning? That person from the Attorney General to be office gave me another little warning. Alex, if they pull this off, you're #1 on the list. You're going to be gone, buddy. InfoWars will be toast. You have been successful at getting first in-line attention from Hillary. Now, remember, when they say fake news, when Hillary comes out saying this fake news is running the risk, by the way, they're going to come at you with inciting riots, inciting anarchy. They're going to come at you. They're going to come at you, Allie. They're going to come at all of us, I guess.
Sure, they're going to blame the unrest trying to steal it from Trump on us.
That's right. That's right. Now, what the Clintons do since the day I was with them, and I helped design this system, so I know it so well. What you always do is you accuse your enemy of exactly what you're doing.
Sure, so just like she got money from the Chinese and the Saudi Arabians publicly, they bragged about it. Then she just turns it around. She got money from the Russians. Then she turns it around and blames it on Trump.
Exactly. Now, you figure it out for yourself. Do you think when Donald Trump's out there talking about how he's going to arm up our military, make it the greatest military on earth, how he's going to get tough in negotiating, do you really think Putin would rather have Trump than Hillary? Get real. Get real. Never happened. Never happened. I'm telling you, they are coming. They're coming and they're planning to take this election, and they know, just like I do and just like you do, Alex, if they don't, their power's gone forever.
Well, that's why is their backs against the wall, and they don't believe Trump when he says, oh, I'm going to leave you alone now. They think he's going to go after him. He's putting Sessions in. What do we do, though? The military and police are pretty much awake. What are our ace in the hole cards here? I mean, we got to discredit the fact that these electors are being run by the Clintons, and this is racketeering.
Well, you got to remember this, folks. 80 to 85% of all the electors in this country belong either to the National Democratic Party or the state Democratic Party from which they come. So now you've got a favorable crowd of people just sitting there. You also know that they're going to claim, hey, she won the popular vote. Now we find out Russia was involved. We've got plenty of reason to challenge Trump being president.
Well, they're already saying with CIA people that we want a new election, or maybe just, will they just install Hillary and have her have convulsions in front of everyone?
No, it'll just be announced. Alex, it'll just be announced.
And then they've got to shut down alternative media. Then they've got to go to full tyranny, though.
That's right. That's why I'm telling you and was getting the...
3 years ago,
Nancy Pelosi is trying to find 2 congressmen, Democratic congressmen, to bring suit against you immediately. I do not know if she has them yet, but she's doing it, and she's going to sue you, or they're going to sue you for inciting, oh Lord, my mind just went blank, but basically
inciting civil insurrection is what you told me.
Civil unrest. That's what they're coming at you for. And then the purpose is to get you in federal court, and they'll have a federal judge that the minute it hits court, they will suspend your operation until it can be adjudicated. And that's what they're planning for you. And God knows what they're planning for you if she gets to be president and her people take over. It's not going to be pretty. Alice, look, if anybody doesn't want to believe any of this, good God, just look. Just look. Are you telling me the mainstream media, Alex, is not going to touch the fact that there are electors right now, regardless of how many, there are electors right now willing to flip their vote and vote for Trump? But do you see ABC, NBC, and CBS talk about it? No.
No, they're just saying Trump's a Russian, Alex Jones is a Russian, Tucker Carlson's a Russian. That level of rhetoric is incredible, and they are saying it's the right thing to do to flip their votes and have a new election. We're being brought into martial law, and I want to explain something to all the rest of the media out there. If they're able to shut InfoWars down, because we're so effective that I know we reach tens of millions of people a day now, they can shut everybody else down next.
That's
just
right.
as Matt Drudge came here last year and told us, he was told by a Supreme Court justice, by 2016, they plan to shut it down. If Hillary won, she said, we're going to shut down the alt-right. But listen, under the First Amendment, under common law, under all of this, unless they bring in full martial law, which CNN's calling for, they won't be able to shut us down and have prior restraint. The way the law works is malice of forethought, intent to do harm. I'm not calling for violence. I don't have a history of violence. They try to connect me to things. They're the ones that lie about WMDs, launch huge wars. It's Newsweek and Time that have said stuff like it's time to riot. Their writers say kill Donald Trump. They're saying the same things about me that you're saying privately, publicly already, brother. And they're saying it about Trump. So I've told Trump, and other people have, he needs to get on the offense now. So let's talk about that. Because, by the way, put me in this briar patch. I mean, this is legendary, like the King of England coming after John Hancock and George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. I mean, because look, they're already saying "shut me up," and they're already saying "shut up, Trump." So it just shows what absolute scum these people are. I mean, I could not be given a greater medal, my friend.
Well, think about this, Alex. Do you believe it's accidental that Hillary went to Washington for whoever's getting rid of, what's his name, the Senate leader, Harry, whatever, Reid? Do you think it's odd that she would go and she would talk about fake news and how it's killing people? Isn't that a weird
No, that's all there. Obama said it in 5 countries.
Yeah.
He said we got to shut it down. He said state-run media to Rolling Stone. No, I know. It's clear. They're making a move. Trump's the counter coup to just put the country back on life support. They know we're kicking the hell out of them, and they don't know how media works. If they shut me down, it's like Darth Vader cutting down Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hold on.
I got 1 minute. Internet investigation. Then they say, oh, a guy went in there with a gun, so you got to take Alex Jones off the air. Good luck. Good luck. You're going to take us to the next level. They've miscalculated just like they failed and tried to steal it from Trump and it blew up in their face. It's the same thing. We've got Providence. And this is how tyrants end up falling. This is history. But Trump needs to get out on the offensive as well, because they're calling for banning the president off of Twitter, saying he's a, quote, bully. They're shooting high, folks. They're shooting at me. They're shooting at him. This is big. This is dangerous. Larry, you were talking during the break. You said the way to expose this is sunshine. Expose their plan. They'll have to crawl back in their rat hole. So what do folks do?
Let me tell you, if you want proof of this, there's a reason they're not talking about flipping votes on the mainstream news. There's a reason. Because it would make people rise up. So I'm telling you, every one of you out there now, you start spreading the word. Don't make yourself look crazy. Just tell the facts. Tell the facts. 28 states, the electors can vote any way they want to, regardless of the popular vote. Tell the facts. They've said it. Nancy Pelosi's daughter's got 30 that want the secret intelligence.
And by the way, that's now in the news. And let me just add here, because you're absolutely right. Notice they didn't try to announce the day that Trump won they were going to try to steal it, because if everybody was awake, they'd get angry. They waited when Christmas came. Everybody was happy. We went to sleep. Now they're making their move. We've got to raise the alarm.
Got to raise the alarm, people. You've got to wake up. These people cannot function when the light is exposed on them. That's why they hate InfoWars and Alex Jones. That's why they hate the people like Drudge that do come out and give you the whole story. Listen. Spread the word. Spread the word. That's what they're trying to do. Hey, listen, Alex, at work, how do you think Trump got elected? Everybody was told Trump couldn't win. Trump couldn't win. It was your audience and other people throughout this country that went out and said, no, that's a lie. He can win. The polls are a lie. And you know what? They did.
And it was just because Drudge, it's more credit than anybody, because he would put up whenever they were having voterless victories for Ted Cruz. It was just that image that defeated them, and then he even came out and said, it's lies like that on Drudge. Drudge used to be pretty good. It's lies like that is why I'm losing. No, you had voterless victory. So again, they can't have Breitbart, they can't have InfoWars, they can't have Drudge, and folks, we've got to, but as you said, don't you think exposing them will force them to back off? I mean, they're bold.
Yes.
They've got to go to full martial law to shut me up.
Listen, if we expose it and people are aware of it, and they know people by the millions are aware of it, now all of a sudden they're not going to be quite as bold on the legal remedies that we might have in return. Look, if this is a conspiracy, which you know it is, and they do this to steal this election under false and libelous pretense, then yeah, that's a crime.
Well, listen, let me do this. And I know you're a busy guy. Let me have you back up tomorrow, if you can, Larry, to actually walk through what your source was telling you. And you said they were pretty freaked out. But what your source told you is what's in the news. But I'm glad that Senator Sessions is looking into this. Thank you so much. And later in the broadcast, I'm going to put your address up for folks as well. Keith